guys, it's Hayden here from GameDay Squad with a brand new segment called Weekend Takeaways, where I give you my top 5 takeaways from the round of AFL footy. I'm super excited about this segment because it gives me another reason to watch more footy on the weekend. For those who aren't aware, GameDay Squad is a new way to play fantasy sports that uses blockchain technology in the form of digital player cards. If you want to learn more, check out www.GameDaySquad.com.au. Alright, let's jump right into the takeaways. So takeaway number 1 is the AFL sub rule. It needs to be changed. Now, I wasn't aware of this because I was at the Gabba watching the Lions get up over the Kangaroos, but apparently Luke Dalhouse came in for Radigalia in the third quarter of the match. Now, Geelong came back. I was checking the scores as I was watching the Lions absolutely smash the Roos. But yeah, it seemed like that Dalhouse made quite a big impact on the game. 4 score involvements in the last quarter, which was more than anyone else on the field. David King on Fox Footy spoke about this, and I completely agree with his take, which was that if one team activates a sub, then the other team should be allowed to activate their sub in response without there being an injury. I think that's a really good modification to the rule because it just doesn't make sense. It's not good for the game if a team gets rewarded when one of their players gets injured. So I think that was a really sensible response to, a rule that's new. I think it's only been in a couple of years. Another alternative could be just that you can activate your sub at any time, which was also another rule that the AFL trialled a few years ago. I am a fan of the sub rule, but yeah, it definitely needs that tweak in order for it to be fair. Jack Martin for Carlton came in late in the fourth quarter and nearly took Mark of the Year, absolute screamer. Put it down, and I think Carlton ended up scoring from that contest and only winning by 1 point, so every score counted. So yeah, I think that's a rule that needs to be looked at. Takeaway number 2 is Lions are red hot this year, and as a Lions fan, I am absolutely thrilled with that. I think that they started really slow against Port and Essendon, and in both of those games, as I was watching them, I kind of felt like they were going to come back and win. This has been Brisbane's, as a Brisbane supporter, it makes for some exciting footy to watch, but they seem to start slow at times, which can really hurt them, especially against the better teams. But yeah, this didn't happen this week. North, poor North. I've got a soft spot for North, and yeah, they got absolutely trashed. So I felt like that was all up to Brisbane, and I think they actually have another gear in them, another level that they can take that footy to, and I think they're going to need that if they want the premiership this year, and I think that this is their year, actually, but maybe that's my bias as a Lions supporter kicking in there. Takeaway number 3 is that Port Adelaide are losers. Sorry, Cal, but Port suck right now. And I know that they're missing Aliria, Robbie Gray, Charlie Dixon, but they should not have lost that game against Adelaide on the Friday night. I only caught the last quarter of it, and it was a great last quarter to watch as a neutral supporter. But yeah, you could just kind of tell that Port had lost that game because of their mentality, because they brought the losing mentality into the game. They decided to try and chip the ball around with 7 minutes to go, and I think they're only 3 goals up, which is way too much time left in a game of AFL footy, especially those last few minutes feel like they can go for hours. I think that it's something that Port need to fix, and they need to fix it quick because when you've got that losing mentality, it spreads, and it catches on like a virus. So with Melbourne coming up this week against the premiers from last year, good luck to them. I hope they can turn it around. They need a few of their soldiers back, so I think they're getting a couple back in. So I'm excited to see what they can do against Melbourne. If they can get a win back against the reigning premiers, I think they can put their season back on track. But if they go 0-4, danger signs. I don't think they're playing finals. Which leads me to the next one. And Carlton, takeaway number 4 is Carlton are playing finals. I know that's easy to say when a team's gone 3-up to start the season, but they were in my pre-season tips. I put them as finishing 6 or above. And I'm really hot on Carlton this year. I'm a big fan of Michael Voss, and I wonder, is Voss leaving Port Adelaide, does that have anything to do with them not doing too well this year? It's hard to tell. It's hard to measure those things. But I think Voss for Carlton is great. You can't argue with results. I thought Hawthorn were excellent. They've really impressed me this year. I didn't really know what to think about Sam Mitchell coming into the coaching role, but I think he's obviously done a great job. Started the season with a couple of wins early against and demolished Port again last week. Sorry again, Cal, but and that's hard to do. Hawks definitely don't have the same star power that other teams do, but they really seem like they want to work harder than the other teams. And credit to Sam Mitchell and the Hawks squad. But the way that Carlton were able to come back and hold out in that game, and that's the reason I think they're going to play finals, because they've been able to shake that losing mentality. The Carlton team of old, the Carlton team we've seen for the last forever, it feels like, they would have lost that game. They've lost plenty of games in similar situations where they've gotten up and then they've lost. So I think them being able to hold on, even for that 1-point win, is going to be quite an important game for that season. So to start the season 3-0. Looking red hot. Got a couple of easy games coming up. I think they definitely should be playing finals footy this year. And I don't think they'll go all the way, but I think they'll do quite well. And takeaway number 5 is that I loved hearing Eddie Betts in the commentary box. I'm not sure if he's done any other commentary. It was the first time I've heard him, and I thought he was great. Offered some, really, really different perspectives. Sometimes with the AFL commentators, you can kind of, they feel like they're saying the same thing over and over again. So it's really nice to have, a different perspective that's put in there. And Eddie Betts really speaks quite wonderfully as well. I'll comment Patrick Dangerfield here. So because Eddie Betts is also having a kind of a mentoring role and as a support role at the Geelong Footy Club. And Dangerfield mentioned that he's been brilliant and said for all the wonderful things that Eddie has done on the football field throughout his career, I think he'll be far more impactful off it. And I completely agree with this. I think Betts is a superstar and I loved watching him play, but I think the work that he has already done for Indigenous AFL players has been amazing, and I know he's got aspirations to do even more. And I thought he was asked on camera live about his thoughts about the Rioli and Kennett racism allegations that are kind of taking over the media right now. And I thought that he handled it really well, really classy, gave a really good measured response that, that was true to his values, but also, I thought those are tough questions to answer live on air, and I thought he did it well. So I would love to hear more Eddie Betts in the commentary box this season. And we will also do a takeaway prediction each week for the next round of AFL games. So my prediction for next week's takeaways is that the Women's Grand Final is going to be an absolute belter of a game. I was devastated with my poor Lions. The Lions women lost to Melbourne, and that was actually an awesome game. I managed to catch it on KO, and it was heartbreaking as a Lions supporter. But well done to Melbourne. They've deserved to get there. They've been a great team all year, but I think Adelaide are going to win it. But I think it'll be a close one. I think it'll be a really good game of footy. So that's it from me, guys. Hope you've liked this new segment. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Give us a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And jump on. We've got packs up on our site, GameDaySquad.com.au. You need to be on a computer. You can't do it mobile just yet. Looking into that, getting that integrated very soon. But yeah, get your squad ready. Jump on our Discord. We're all setting our squads up, and hopefully scoring, turning it on, and launching properly won't be too far away. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week.